Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new series of Off the Sprue. This is episode 19 and this video is an unboxing of Academy's M113 armored personnel carrier. Yes folks, this is a new build and a new build arriving in a new box, and the box comes courtesy of my sponsor. Guys, everything that I'll be using in this build, the kits and some of the accessories, has been kindly sponsored by Zululand Hobbies here in South Africa. Please head over to their website. They stock a wide range of very high quality kits. Of course, they also stock the 35 scale M113 from Academy, the one that I'll be building over the next few weeks. So head over to their website and see what they offer. So let's get started. The following items, kindly donated by our sponsor, will be part of this build. The first is the M113 kit from Academy, 135 scale Vietnam War version. I'll also be adding some extra figures from Masterbox, this being the patrolling one from the Vietnam War series, 4 extra grunts there. I'll be adding 35 scale sea ration cartons. These are from Tamiya and they're paper. I'll also be using this very cool stencil from a Lexan model to replace some of the decals with sprayed on markings. And then finally the sandbag kit from Tamiya that we all know and love. So let's take a closer look at Academy's 113. This one from Academy is one of the many 113 kits on the market. There are many different manufacturers that produce these: Tamiya, Italeri, Academy, some of the newer brands like AFV Club. I quite like this one in the sense that it's very good value for money. If you open up the box, it's basically filled to the brim with sprues. You get the usual notices and things. The first sprue includes some clear parts, the top of the APC, and then also a full sprue of figures. That's right guys, you get 5 different figures with this kit, which is one of the reasons why I love it. The next one up is the engine compartment, as well as some of the radio components. There we have the road wheels. Actually, I believe this one is the engine. We've also got the floorboard and some of the sides, the side panels, the rear ramp. One of the really cool things about this kit is that they provide a full set of track links and as well as a set of track bands. So you have the option of either assembling the track links or just to use the track bands. And that's quite rare. I can't recall having seen that before. Final sprue is the side skirts, which we will be using, as well as parts for the weapons. Academy included 1 sheet of decals. They look very well printed, and I'll be using some of these as well. The rest of the box consists of some more propaganda, stuff to sell you, the warranty documentation, as well as the instruction booklet. The APC's body is molded in one piece. It's very well molded, very nice and crisp detail. One of the things I was pleasantly surprised with is that the kit includes a radio. Usually this is missing from a lot of armored personnel carriers and vehicle kits, but this one does indeed include the radio. It looks like it's a proper one for the era. And I look forward to detailing this with the proper cabling and everything else that we need. My understanding is that this is the same radio found in the Mutt Jeep. Another cool thing about this kit is the figures. They're very well detailed. I was actually very surprised at this. Almost Tamiya level detail. Look at, for instance, at the helmets that Booney had there. It includes a couple of grunts and 1 Vietnamese woman. I'll definitely be making use of those. I love that facial expression there, that one guy. This is the track links. They do have a small error on the rubber pads. One of my friends also pointed that out. So at this stage, I probably will use the track bands for only the one reason that I'm very lazy. But I'll see where the build takes me. The track bands themselves look very neat and tidy, very crisp detail on them. Hopefully they fit. This is the engine details. I plan to open up the engine hatch if at all possible. And the engine itself features very nice detail. I also love the crisp detail on this floorboard. Now we won't be seeing this because the floor will be covered with sandbags, but nice detail nonetheless. In terms of the decals, some of the white stars are included on this sheet, as well as markings for 4 different versions of this vehicle: the US, the Australian, and the Korean Armed Forces version. Now in reference pics, you can see that these vehicles were very scratched up. They were literally used to bash down the jungle, and for that reason I'd like to add a fair amount of weathering to the sides. And that's why I'll be spraying on the white stars instead of using the decals that'll only tear and rip. Instruction booklet includes the usual history of the vehicle, which is always interesting to read. The first page, we start off with the engine. I'm looking forward to adding a fair amount of detail to that. On the next page, we find assembly of the road wheels, the suspension system, as well as the tracks. And there you can see the option using either the track bands or the track links. I'll probably be going with the track bands, I think, at this stage. We page over, we find a selection of weapons. You can either add the machine gun or the flamethrower, depending on which version you're building. And then on the next page, at step number 22, you have the option of assembling a 106mm recoilless rifle. And this is a very cool feature because Academy allows you to assemble this either as a standalone part or mounted to the vehicle. So even if you don't use it for this build, you can always use this part somewhere else in another build. And then the back page deals with painting instructions for the figures, the accessories, as well as the 4 different versions. As I said before, the US version, the Australian version, or the South Korean version of the famous M113A1. Guys, and that's it. That's the unboxing. Over the next few weeks, I'll be spending some time working on this model. Looking forward to it. And you can follow my progress over the next few weeks on my Instagram. See you in the next video.